That was Guardrail with Sincerely Me Edit. You're listening to The Edge on air, the greatest music you've never heard. And I actually have a special guest in today, Nancy Love from Toronto, Canada. She's up and coming pop singer. How you doing today, Nancy?
I'm good. Yourself?
Pretty good. Well, thanks for coming in. Few questions for you. Where you're from at Toronto. So how'd you get into music?
How did I get into music? I've been involved with music and been surrounded by music, especially different types of genres of music, all my entire life since I was little. My sister kind of got me into listening to like Britney Spears, like the old Britney Spears, the old Christina Aguilera, the old Backstreet Boys. And I think from there, I was just very like into what I am into now, which is pop, and that's kind of what they were at the time in the 90s. And I was just so intrigued by like what they did with their careers and what they were singing, and I was a big, huge fan of their music. So I've been really just been around music all my life. When I was little, as well, I took part in like a choir, children's choir. So I used to go and volunteer and sing at different locations throughout the GTA, throughout Toronto. And yeah, it was amazing. I mean, like I've always loved to sing. I've always loved to perform. There were times when I would get up from the dinner table after eating, and I'd be literally pretending like the hairbrush was a microphone, and I'd be performing in front of my entire family in the kitchen.
Huh.
So I mean, like I think it's always been in me. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you named a couple pop stars. You know, Britney, Christina. I can definitely hear that in your music and that
Oh,
inspiration.
thank you.
Yeah, definitely is. You have a phenomenal voice. Uh,
Thank you.
and so who, if you had to pick one, or you can name three, because I know it's kind of hard. What are your
Yeah.
top three inspirations? And it can be. It doesn't have to be pop stars, like you said. You were you grew up listening to various types of music, but just three sources of inspiration, any artist, what do you think that those would be?
I would number one, hands down, say Christina Aguilera, just because I think she's such like a powerful human being as it is. Like not even like artist wise. I'm talking about individual wise. Like she's so self driven. She's so
Yeah,
like
she's
she's
strong.
so confident. Like her vocal cords are so strong. I've always looked up to her. And I would say the second person would be Mariah Carey. She's also like a huge inspiration of mine. She's amazing. And number three, this is going to be funny, but like literally Justin Bieber, just because I think not because like it's the typical die hard like teenage girl crush thing on him, but it's like because it's not even that fact that I'm even pointing out on. It's the fact that he literally from such a young age, like he was taken to America and like he just started blowing up. He had to work a lot to get there, and I mean like his vocal cords and the way he writes his music and the way he co-writes with other famous singers, like it's amazing. And I got his new album. It's amazing. And he's also Canadian, so I'm just repping that. And I think he's great. I think all of them are amazing, really.
So you would consider yourself a believer then?
Oh yeah, totally. Like, I actually did see him once in person. Funny story. I was in Los Angeles because I had been doing a couple of shows and I was also recording some music. And I was on my way to Canada to go back home, and it was around the Christmas time, and I think it was in like 2012. And he was there, like he was literally in the airport. And first I saw Scooter Braun, which is his manager, and I was kind of like weirded out at first because I didn't know, like he looked familiar to me, but I don't know where from. And then I realized it was from the movie because I had only really been introduced by Scooter when I watched the movie and figured out who he was. So I saw him first, and then right along I saw some bodyguards, and then Justin was literally in the middle. I
Crazy.
froze. I seriously didn't say anything, but he said hi to me. I couldn't say anything because I was stunned, but
Yeah, you
I
geeked
couldn't even
out.
get close to him because the bodyguards were next to him. So yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah.
So, all right. So I guess this goes into this question here. If you could feature on anybody's track, or have someone come on one of your tracks, who would it be and why?
um, I think I would love to do like again like something with Justin Bieber, like an acoustic duet, something very smooth and light. I just feel like our tones of voices would match pretty well. Usually when I do hear his music, I do sing along
Yeah,
to it, so I can
definitely.
kind of tell that it would be something cool. Another person would be, I would love to collaborate someone with like Mariah Carey for sure, like I just said, and even someone such as like Ed Sheeran, like like I think those types of people would fit me perfectly in
Yeah, Ed
terms of
Sheeran's
just
my
like
dude.
vocal ability. So yeah.
Cool. So let's talk about your songwriting process because I know every artist has a different way they write songs. I know you write your songs, right?
Yep, I do. I
Okay.
write everything.
So yeah, all right, that's awesome. I totally admire that. So basically, just I guess you can describe the process for you of writing an original song.
Okay, so I know that some people say that they pick up a guitar or they pick up a piano and they start, playing it, doing some chords, and they figure out kind of like the melody and like the sound to the song they start writing. But it's really funny because I'm not that way. I actually don't play any instruments at all. Sadly, I wish I knew. I tried. I just failed at it. I feel like my kind of way of songwriting and my process is really out of whack. Like it's not organized at all. I could be literally in the kitchen eating and then or like literally watching TV or hanging out with a friend and then all of a sudden like these lyrics pop into my head like something that will inspire me in that very given moment and I'll have to go and run and grab like a piece of pen, like a piece of paper and a pen and have to jot down my ideas. Other times it's usually like if I work with a producer or a DJ that creates a really awesome beat, I'll ask them to send some samples in, see what they've been creating so far, and I'll listen to the song. And just by the sound of the song, I'll figure out exactly what that song is going to be like, what the mood is going to be in that song, and like how it's going to kind of come together. And
Right.
surprisingly, it doesn't take that long to write a song for me. So
Awesome, awesome. And listening to some of your songs, there's some that are just your kind of typical pop songs, about
mhm,
having a good time, partying. Uh,
mhm,
but there's some songs that are pretty personal. So
yeah.
how personal are your lyrics, or do you, or is every song on a personal level with you, or there's some
Oh
more than
yeah,
others?
definitely. Everything is personal. I never write anything that I haven't gone through or I haven't seen somebody go through. It's something that I was kind of like if I see if a friend gone through like a heartache and I went through a heartache as well, but ours are similar, I will definitely write about something like that. I feel like I need to experience something, whether that be a good moment or a bad moment or heartache or a breakup or a relationship or not even a relationship or just like going to a party or meeting new friends. Like I need to experience it in my real personal life in order to like bring those lyrics to my fans and to my new audience just because I want them to relate to me on such a personal level that when they hear my music it's like I'm one of their friends, like I understand what they're going through. Like for example, my one of my songs, First Lover, it is on my YouTube channel. It
Great
was a
song.
really personal matter to me. Like everyone has their first love, whether someone says yes or no, or if they deny it. Like regardless, you do have one. If I say who was your first boyfriend, or like not even that, like who was your first love, that person that you first got attached to, that person that you're never gonna forget, that marked you. You're gonna remember who that is. It's gonna pop in your mind, and like I feel like when people hear it, that's exactly the effect that it takes on people, right? So,
Oh yeah, and it definitely got that vibe from that song. It's a great song. You sound great on
thank
that.
you.
And I always ask this to people because I'm always interested in what people will say. So if you
Mhm.
were somehow under some weird circumstance stranded on a desert island
Mhm.
and you had to pick one album that you had to listen to forever, what would that be and why?
That is such a amazing question. Oh my god. Oh geez, holy okay, one album. Seriously, it would be oh gosh, I don't
Yeah, it's
know.
hard. It's really hard.
It is so hard. Okay, I would probably honestly just because I'm listening to it now, I would just take Purpose by Justin Bieber. Honestly, just it's so awesome. I love it.
Yeah, gotta love the Biebs.
I know.
Yes. So is let's talk about. Are there any shows coming up that you want to promote? Any new
Yeah, for
singles coming
sure.
out? Albums?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm really happy you asked me because I'm literally in the midst of planning stuff, and it's been crazy so far, but it's been so exciting. Like I've been on the ball about things. So I do have my own CD release party coming soon. It's on Thursday, May the 12th in Toronto at the 744 Restaurant and Lounge. It's going to be basically just me presenting my CD. This is me for those of you and for people in Toronto and surrounding areas that haven't been able to catch a glimpse of my album, haven't gotten the opportunity to listen to it. It's literally just going to be like my own concert. I'm inviting over 200 people. Like it's insane, but it's going to be awesome. There's going to be opening acts. There's going to be food. There's going to be drinks. And the DJ. So I'm pretty excited for that. And then there's a bunch of other shows coming up, but I'm still have yet to confirm. So
Awesome. So you heard it, May 12th at what was the bar? What was the bar called?
744 Restaurant and Lounge.
All right, so 744 Restaurant and Lounge. So if you're in the Toronto area, check that out. It will be awesome. All right. So are you gonna come to Chicago? Are you thinking about doing a
Oh
tour?
my gosh,
You should totally
dude,
come to
I totally
Chicago.
want to go. That would be amazing. Like I've been Sacramento, I've been to Los Angeles, I've been to Santa Monica, I've been to Portugal to perform. I've been literally everywhere. I just, geez, it would be awesome to go to Chicago. I'm like, actually kind of curious. Like, is it warm there? Like, is it cold? Like, how is it now?
It's absolutely freezing. Uh, yeah. Basically, if it's so cold that if I'm going to school and I have to make sure I turn on my car so it doesn't freeze. That's how cold it is over
Oh,
here. So
geez.
yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cold.
here it's pretty
But
cold
yeah, I
too.
was gonna
Like, there's
say
so much
because you're
snow.
probably used to that though in Canada, right?
I am used to it, but well, actually, no, that's a lie. You would think that I'd be used to it, right? Because I'm Canadian, but honestly, I'm not. Like, when snow hits the ground, I'm the most depressed human being that there is. Like, I literally feel like I don't want to do anything. I just want to like curl up and die. Like, I don't know. I just don't like winter. Like, you would think that I would like it because like Canadian people love to just skate and do hockey and snowboard and stuff like that. But it's like, it's just, no, I just can't deal with it.
No,
Honestly, our summers
yeah,
here are so little.
yeah, I'm totally with you on that. Uh,
Yeah.
all right, being a pop star, it seems to mean, at least to me, that you have to be obviously a good singer, but also a pretty good dancer. I mean, obviously going back to Michael Jackson, more recently Queen, Beyonce, Justin
Mhm.
Timberlake, etc. Uh, so my question is, how important is dancing to you? Is it just as important as singing, and what kind of role does it play in your live shows?
Is just as important as singing. I feel like if you don't know how to dance and you're a pop artist, I don't see how you are a pop artist, in my opinion. Because you need to
Right.
be able to intrigue and entertain and amuse the audience, not only with your music and your beat, but like you need to also be musically entertaining in terms of like dancing, and
Totally,
you need
yeah.
to be able to do that. And I mean, for me, in my high school years, I was a hip hop dance teacher. I did a volunteer and teach a lot of hip hop students to do like it was called the hip hop dance crew, and we did a bunch of dancing competitions. So like I'm a really huge hip hop dancer. I mean, to do something with pop is extremely easy for me. Um, and I mean, like you just need to. I feel like you need to dance, and I really believe in having the best stage presence that there is. I feel like knowing how to dance and sing at the same time, but knowing how to have your breathing techniques intertwined with that and just practicing on it is the most important thing as an artist to perform because you don't want to be like you don't want to be standing there like staring at people. You want to be moving. You want to be.
Right,
Sometimes I
right.
even just grab people and bring them to the audience and dance with me. Like you just got to be very intriguing. So.
Yeah, and I'm sure you can attest it's not as easy as people probably make it
Oh
look.
no,
It's
it's not
definitely a
easy at all.
challenge.
Cause like you're so. It's not easy. Like because you're so focused to. You're so focused on just singing at home, practicing that when you get on stage, you're just like, I need like you. There's always that extra mile that you can improve on. Like there's always that extra thing because you're not used to like dancing and singing all the time, right? So it's hard
Right.
because if you're breathing, and then it's just like you got to be careful where you
Yeah, you gotta
step,
stay
and
in
then you
shape.
also have, and then you have your dancers behind you, so you got to be careful. But like, yeah, it's pretty hard, but it's fun.
Yeah, definitely. What is it like connecting with your fans on that level when you perform? It's got to be unexplainable.
It's amazing actually. Like I just like every time that I go and sing somewhere, the audience is always different, and I always have to put on a certain stance. Like if it's a teen pop kind of, if it's like a teen audience, I would kind of do like the teeny bubblegum pop person. If it's like a really, if I'm at the Hard Rock Cafe, which I have performed in Toronto, and I go and I perform, and it's like this more older group, and it's kind of like they love rock and they're just more hardcore, then I'll just bring out the Miss Extreme look, which is like my second kind of identity, I guess you would say, and I will kind of perform in a different way than if it were to be kind of cutesy. So I mean, you really got to go with the flow of the audience that's looking at you. So
Right.
I mean, it just really all depends.
Okay, so those of you just tuning in, I'm talking to Nancy Love, who's a pop dance singer from Toronto, Canada. So, Nancy, where can we find your music? I know you're on Spotify. You, yeah. Where can we check out your music?
You can check me out on my website, which is www.NancyMusicWorld.com, or you can go onto Facebook. If you literally search up Nancy Love in the search bar, you'll find me. But regardless, it's facebook.com/NancyMusicWorld. Only my Instagram is different. It's instagram.com/NancyLoveMusic. And if you want to check out my album, I also do have a Christmas single. I do have a bunch of new songs coming out soon. You can go onto iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. I'm literally everywhere, everywhere on the internet. Like if you just go and buy music online, I'm probably in that store. So it's really easy to find me. You can search up Nancy Love, This Is Me, and you'll find it.
Awesome, and you're on Twitter as well, right?
Oh yeah, Twitter.com/NancyMusicWorld as well.
Cool. So, well, thanks for coming on and talking and doing this interview with me, Nancy.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So May 12th, at the 744 Restaurant Bar and Lounge, Nancy will be performing. What time is that? Will you be on?
So doors open at 7, but show starts at 8 and goes on till midnight, and then after that, it's just like this really huge DJ dance party.
Cool. So check her out. She's a great performer, great dancer, great singer, and we're gonna play next. We're gonna play Miss Extreme. Do you want to introduce it?
Yeah, sure. So this is Miss Extreme by yours truly, Nancy Love, and I hope you guys like it.
There's something you should know about me. I'm just a little extreme.